Okay, I have a lens here. I have a lens from Canon, and this is going to be the example lens of this video. We got a bunch of information in front of this lens, okay? It says Canon lens RF 24 to 70 millimeter f2.8 L IS USM, okay. Well, that's a lot of information, and it would probably take separate videos for separate elements of this information, but let's get really swiftly and shallow into this. Let's start with RF. Well, RF is actually the name of the mounting system of the Canon cameras of today. This is the RF mount. Not going to talk a lot about that. As I said, it would take a complete video of each one of this one, but this is just to mention swiftly what this information means. So let's go on to 24 to 70 millimeter. 24 to 70 millimeter is not how big the lens is or how wide it is or anything like that. It has something to do with what we call focal length, okay? So this one is a zoom lens. That's why it says 24 to 70 millimeter. And the widest here is 24, and it zooms out to 70 millimeter. So that's what it's very simple and very quick means, 24 to 70 millimeter. And the next one here is f2.8, and that is the lens aperture. Okay, so this lens, which is a pretty advanced and expensive lens, it has a fixed aperture that applies to both 24 and the whole range up to 70 millimeter actually. So it's how big the hole in the lens is, how much light gets into the camera's sensor. So again, that would be a whole video explaining about aperture, but it means aperture. F is, well, it is aperture, the opening in the lens which lets lights in, okay? So the L here says, okay, it says that this is an L series lens, and this series is the probably the most advanced and the most professional series of lenses that Canon makes, and they are very expensive, unfortunately. But professional photographers would like to use these lenses because they are very reliable. They have great optics. They are good in low light conditions. They are very stable. They have stabilizers. And that's what brings us to the next word here. It says IS. Okay, it says IS, and that is image stabilization. So inside this lens, it has a electronic device that makes the lens compensate for a lot of movement when you are doing photography. You have some kind of handshake, you may be out of balance, and this will take up a lot of those movements. So you can turn it off and on as you like. Okay. And the next one here is USM. That is actually a autofocus engine motor. It says USM, and it stands for ultrasonic motor. And that is also some kind of electronic autofocus engine inside this lens. It is a nano vibration, very silent, very quick autofocus. It's very advanced. Some lenses are saying something different, like this lens. This is a prime lens, so this one has, I don't know if you can see this has STM instead of USM, so this is a stepping motor. It's another technology. It's more like a jing 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 step by step, but also very quick autofocus. It's a very good autofocus as well. This and the other different thing that from, you know, like this zoom lens, it says 24 to 70 millimeter. It has two numbers from 1 to one other millimeter range, right? But this one has only one number. It says only 50 millimeter. And that means this is not a zoom lens. You cannot zoom it in any way. This is a fixed focal length of 50 millimeter, and it has an opening, maximum opening of f1.8, so it lets a lot of light in. It's even more than the f2.8 that was here. But this is a prime lens, and these lenses are very much cheaper than the L series lens. So that is just a little bit of a accessory information actually. Okay, so there is one more thing here before we end it up and wrap it up. This number here, 82, that is of course the diameter of this front. It is an 82 millimeter. It's important when you are using filter. There is of course a whole universe of information to talk about when it comes to lenses and cameras and rules and mathematics and you know what, there I could, you know, like for every little letter and every little word here, it would be a whole video by itself. But I think it's nice to have the opportunity yourself as well to explore. Yeah, you want to of course learn a lot of basics through videos like this, or reading about it in a book or anything like that. But the most important thing, I think, is to experiment and try to find out for yourself, because I think it's very, you know, like it's a unique experience, because photography is some kind of art, and you need to find your own style, and you need to find your own photography method. And I think the only way to find that is through experience, and maybe this takes years. I've been doing this as a hobby for quite some time, and I needed to learn a lot in this beginning. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I learned a whole lot. I still watch YouTube videos to learn, to do some research around some topics and to evolve my own knowledge about photography, because I don't think you will ever be, you know, like done with it. I don't think you are, you know, like you feel like, okay, I'm done. I have all the knowledge there is about photography. I don't think that is possible, actually. So that is what is also so fascinating about this hobby, or if you are planning on doing this as a job, it is really incredible. It has a lot of potential for many directions, of course. Well, so as we went through some of those basic numbers and symbols and letters, I think you should just start to explore more and put two and two together, and someday we'll Just click, and then you will be there. You will be in the flow, and you will, I think you will very soon understand the logic in all this and what makes photography. And yeah, I just want to end this video with saying that don't forget to like and subscribe. I need to tell you that, because it's very important. It does really matter if you put a little thumbs up for this video, or of course you don't have to if you didn't like it. But I really appreciate everything. And if you are more interested in photography and you like to give me some tips and tricks and suggestions or anything, just put it down below and in the comment section, and yeah, maybe we'll talk. And until then, and until the next time, get out and try to make something. Try to be creative, try to experiment, try to find out your way and your style. Yeah, see you in the next one.